Hey everyone, Dr. Frunkey here, and welcome to my operating room. In front of us, we've got the Hinderer Gen 2 Eclipse, and we're going to do a full bronze conversion today. If you follow my channel, you'll know that I bought the full bronze Gen 2 Bowie Hinderer Eklipse, and it is an absolutely beautiful knife, but I thought that it would definitely benefit from a little enhancement surgery. And so we're going to do a real quick takedown and then reconstruction on this knife today. You're going to need a few things. You're going to need your lube of choice, a Phillips head screwdriver, a T5 and a T6 Torx, and a US penny. So the penny is going to be for the pivot. Now I'm going to try to do this in under 10 minutes. We're going to have to go fast here. So penny is the way to take apart a titanium pivot without damaging it. When you're removing the pivot, always take the tension off the lock bar. It allows the pivot to come out freely on the other side. I'm going to try to make sure nothing just rolls around and goes away from me here. All of the body screws are done in T6, so we're going to get that. Oh, there goes the blade. Good, right into my board. At least it fell out easy. All these screws will come out quickly. Now I want to tell you guys how much I like you. I actually took this all down already. So I've already deconstructed this knife, and this is now the second time I'm doing this. So genuine Hinderer scale there with the mark, the maker's mark on the back. All these screws just come right out. These Hinderers are pretty well made. The tolerances are pretty uniform and good, and the whole thing comes apart pretty easily. So I'm going to use a little pry tool, prying here. I don't recommend that you do this to your knife. That stop pin is usually the point where it gets stuck, so I can pivot it around here, and everything is just falling on the floor. Oh no! I'll get that. Okay, pulling this apart here. Got to use some force on that. That's really stuck. Teflon washers, gotta go. Teflon washers, gotta go. Now again, I've already taken this apart. I had some nano lube that I put down in there. Let me find these pieces that fell. And then we can just get it going here. There it is. Okay. All right, we're trying to make the 10-minute mark. So we've got it broken down here. So we're going to go ahead and start reassembling everything. Actually, we don't have it fully broken down here. We need the Phillips head. We're going to take the clip off. And the first thing we're going to change out is the lock bar stabilizer. I really need a smaller one of these things. I worry about using this giant screwdriver on these little screws. I don't want to strip them out. But Hinderer hardware is pretty sturdy stuff. So the lock bar stabilizer comes off with a T5. Nice and loose. Everything, I've already taken it apart so I could facilitate this. So here we go. We're deconstructed. Now we're reconstructing. This is a bit like surgery, you know. It all has steps to it. Break it down, put it back together. Opening, closing, etc., etc. Let's get your screws here. So I just wanted to give a nice shout out here in the middle of this to my good buddy Madman. His name is Chris, really great guy from Australia that is a big knife enthusiast, and he has been very fun to talk to and kind of get to know, and we have a nice friendship, and he talks to me about knives, etc., and so do I with him. And he said one day that, you know, if I really wanted to pick one of these up, because I mentioned in a video I might like to do that one day, that he would buy it off of me if I so chose. So I like to use nano oil to lubricate my knife, so we're going back together here. Got the pivot back in, just a couple of drops. I've already put some on here. It's glistening in the sunlight there, so I'm not going to put a whole lot more. Drop on a phosphor bronze washer. Drop on the blade. Should put some oil there as well. It's already on there. It's whatever. Good. Okay. Drop that on there. You don't really need a whole lot of this. I use too much. But you can never have too much lube. You can always wipe it away. You can't have too little lube though. That is for sure. Okay, good. So we've got all that together. So what I'm going to do now is start putting the standoffs in. I found that if you throw the screw in there and you screw the standoff down, it tends to go a little bit better. These screws are made to very high tolerances and the threads are really nice, so I do enjoy that a lot about this knife. I definitely don't get the sense that it's ever going to break on me. Where are we? 5 minutes? I think we're going to be okay. Again, the second time I'm doing this. So, let me go ahead and bust out some numbers here. I'm going to put this up in the corner. I actually tallied all this out so I could tell you how much this costs. So this knife was actually $425, and I ordered it from True North Knives. Now, True North Knives has a little bit of a sketchy sales thing going on there. I paid $425 for this knife, and shipping was not included. Now, this is the only knife like this that was still available on the market that I could find, so I was happy to pay it. What I noticed later is that they actually have a free shipping code, which I failed to enter, so I feel like an idiot, but you know, you type in free shipping as your coupon code apparently, and you get free shipping. So that's fitting back together. Throwing this on. So $440 for the cost of the knife. I bought this pivot screw right here from DLT Trading. I couldn't find them anywhere else. Really, you know, thankful to one of the members of the knife community out there, one of my followers. He really helped me to find this. I think his name is Cutlery Novice. You could see him on my last Hinderer video. He really helped me out, told me where I could find that last piece, and that was the pivot screw. Now, you saw me throw in the phosphor bronze washers there. Those were $10, shipped to me from a nice guy on Instagram. He goes by the handle Jurassic.blades. He sells those. It was $10 shipped to my door. So this is the point where you got to kind of finagle this knife. I noticed this too when I was taking down my 0392 BRN GLD. If you just tighten all these things down on the handle right away, like one side and then the other, it won't line up the right way. You got to kind of center up the standoff separately and then start bringing the screws in. Okay. Again, just sort of tight, but not all the way tight. I try to do the G10 side first because they tend to want to pull over towards the body side, towards the lock side a little bit. So if you tighten it down on this side a little bit more, it helps to bring that over some. Again, holding tension off of the lock bar helps it kind of come together. That's a little bit better. That's sitting nicely. I think once we tighten it down on both sides, we'll be better. Again, always putting the knife together with the tension off the lock bar and off the blade. So yeah, that came together well. Again, keep that tension off. Tighten those things down sequentially. Don't tighten them all down on one side at once and then on one side really hard on the other. You know what I mean to say. Alright, we're using our penny here to close the gap. Okay, lock stop pin is locked into place. G10 is locked into place. I think. Oh, too tight, too tight. So loosen it up a little bit. All right. Okay, we're a little bit adrift here. So let's check our centering. There we go. Centered up. Yep. Will it flip? Oh, it's a little tight, but that's okay. These are brand new washers. Oh yeah, that's sitting there pretty nicely. Well, that's 10 minutes, less than 10 minutes of a nice knife disassembly and then reassembly. So my reconstruction of the Hinderer Knives Eklipse Gen 2 with all bronze hardware. Let's finish up the pricing here. Phosphor bronze washers at 10, handle screws were 42, standoffs 25, lock bar stabilizer 15 with $8 shipping from Hinderer. A grand total of $565.99 on this knife. Again, let's go back to my 0392 comparison video where this is $425 just by itself. So big price difference, but this is a beautiful, beautiful knife. Now running on phosphor bronze washers, really cool. I hope you guys enjoyed this little journey into my knife OR. Thanks for stopping by. Let me know what you think of this knife in its new form. Big thanks to Madman again. Click like and subscribe to my channel, guys, for more videos. Go check out pictures of this on Instagram at Dr. Frunkey. As always, guys, take care.